Krogan Rage. When I'm into Techunka jumping in the cage. Krogan Rage. We fight better, then we turn the page. Krogan Rage. When we get mad, we hit our hands together. Krogan Rage. We bump fists and we fight all each other. Krogan Rage. We cook meat and eat by the chicken. Krogan Rage. Vanilla Snow. What's up, Masculinity? It's Warrior 12 Phantom Slayer here. I fucked up my Krogan Rage song. But I'm here because down in the pit where the gladiators get, looks like Spartacus was down in there, man. Check that out. Techunka, what an amazing place, man. A place of glory and battle and blood and guts and just looks like kind of reminds me of the Matrix, Zion in the Matrix, just a little place dug under in the ruins where, you know, the what's the word, people that have been exiled, yes, where the people that have been exiled have to go, you know, it's a good little hideout spot, you know, like a little, kind of like little terrorists down here, aren't they? You know, got their pit bulls, their varants. So the Krogans are a very interesting race, very brute, very primal. You know, very warrior. Still, they're still down with the clan. You know, they're. I think some would refer them. I think some modern day folk would refer to them as toxic masculinity. They're so, look at those brutes. Look at their women aren't amongst them. Their women aren't cooking the chicken or actually no, this is not toxic masculinity. He's cooking his meat. Look at him, he's cooking his meat. See, men cook too. We just do it outdoors, barbecue. It's traditional, man. And this is wisdom. This is wisdom for you young men, if you're watching. Do things like this. You've got to bring out that warrior inside of you, man. It's locked in there somewhere. In your DNA, there is a warrior inside of you. Every last one of you men. Every last one of you. If you feel like you're gay, that's because the world has made you feel gay. That's because the TV has told you you were gay. That's because you don't feel masculine enough. That's a spirit. That's a strange spirit. And that's why they called it queer. That's why they call it queer. Queer means strange. We used to call it queer back in the day. Man, that's queer. That's very strange. It's muy extraño. Muy extraño. You understand? It's strange. You're acting different. You're acting weird. And it is a sin. It is a sin because not necessarily that you're harming somebody, but you're harming yourself. You're harming yourself in a sense that God does not want you to be gay. The reason why God does not want you to be gay, and why is it a sin, is because you're going against what He created you to be. You're disobeying His order. You're disobeying the order of humankind. And you see, this is why Satan loves. This is why he loves you guys to be gay. It's like a slap in the face to God. God created you to be a man, to be a warrior, to be a protector of your family, to be, to be the man of the house, the head, not the tail. To protect the elderly, to protect the poor, to be out there and create and go get things, and to thrive. While the enemy comes to seek, kill, and destroy. And we see a certain culture, a culture that has taken over our main pop culture in the Western society. We've seen that happen, right? We've seen that happen. LGBT And then we've had a lot of blackwashing going on. You see it in the advertisements, commercials, games, Hollywood, all over entertainment. There's a reason for all of that. The Kardashians, there's a reason for all of that. And that is to go against the natural order of things, because what you see in advertisements doesn't reflect reality. It doesn't reflect reality. It's not necessarily a fantasy. It's a hoax. It's really a hoax, and it is to try to shape the minds of the people to be gay or to be in certain marriages that would never work, or to create confusions through families and relationships. That's what it is trying to do, because you see the real men who have stood up against the powers that be have fought for your constitutional rights, your 2A rights. They've stood up against those type of things, right? They have fought, and there has been a mainstream propaganda against those people. And need I say who it be? Mainly just the straight. Mainly it's against the men. It's against the straight Christian men. Okay, primarily white, and specifically white for a reason, because that has been the main culprit to them, to the tiny hat organizations, the elitists. They have been the main culprits, especially down in the South, because the culture where I come from, in Texas and Florida and places like that, it's mostly white men. Now there's other guys jumping on board too, Latinos. There's a lot of Latinos jumping on board, and some blacks. There's a lot of men, but it's mostly men. And you know what? Not just that, but it's the strong men who lead their households, and their wives are following them. And mostly that is in southern white culture. When the white, when it's a non-gay white man, a Christian gay white man, okay, that is the main target, because he is the one that will lead his house and has been doing it, that has studied his constitutional rights, that has fought for your 2A rights. And actually the man stands on principle. They know that. A lot of these men have stood on principle since day one, and fought in the Civil War. They fought to end slavery. They fought for what was just, right? And now they're being mocked, spat in the face, and having the media talk down on them, try to clown them, make fun of them in commercials and in Hollywood, and try to replace them. But it shall not happen, because God is on their side. Okay, and I say this because we are in a war right now. We are in a spiritual war right now, right? We are in a Mass Effect war right now. As in, like Mass Effect, you got all these different races and cultures and things like that. We are in one right now, and in real time. And I say these things because, dear viewers, if you haven't studied history, I suggest you do it. I suggest you do it, lest it repeat itself. Because right now, a lot of people are getting angry. And the pendulum is swinging, and it's swinging back. It's swinging back in the other direction now, and it's coming back hard too. And a lot of people are angry, and they're ready to let out that Krogan Rage. They're ready. The inner warrior in men is starting to come out right now. Their blood is getting hot, baby. It's getting hot, and they are ready to let that Krogan Rage out. They're ready to go primal on some mofos. They really are. And it's people like me, the compassionate, the good-hearted men that have stood there in between and try to be the voice of reason to everybody out there that tries to go against the grain, or pretty much are just hateful and racist and spiteful towards these certain peoples. And but when it's people like me that's like really that's really over it, like they just had enough, then it's really time. Hey man, it's not a good time in the world. That's a sign. That's not a good sign at all. And I say this because it's important. It really is. And I didn't mean to broadcast this, but it just come out. See, the things inside, everything inside of us eventually comes out. It has to come out. Everything comes to light. It needs to come to light. We can't suppress these things. These issues need to be resolved. They need to be talked about. And I'm here to talk about them. You know, I have a platform here, so it's a small one, but I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to start talking about these things a lot. I'm going to get my wife involved too, so she can give her perspective. Somebody from another country, okay? And especially right now, what's going on in the States, what they're trying to make this weird, bizarre Latin X thing that just is not sticking to the wall, and it's hilarious. It's really not funny, but it is in a way. But anyways, okay. I'm gonna have to redo this video now because I had to get this off my chest, man. I just had to, because I keep seeing it everywhere I go. Like I can't watch any entertainment without seeing the same garbage, trash, repetitiously put in my face. And the great people who have built society and contributed to technology, science, and all of these great things to make life comfortable for so many people are the exact people that are getting hated on. And it makes no sense. The people who fought the war to end slavery when the whole world was practicing it are getting hated on. And they're in the ground. Think about it. Imagine you fighting a war. Or your brothers, your dads, your cousins. Imagine them getting killed in a war, fighting to free slaves. And then imagine them being alive today, like for one day, and seeing how people are talking and acting about white people now. About white men in America, United States, specifically. Imagine that. Imagine the cringe, the gritting of the fucking teeth. Those men that died in the war, if they could be alive to see how people were acting today. A certain ethnicity, a certain group of liberals. Imagine that. These warriors went out there, put it all on the line for other men to have freedom, not them. It's a fucking, oh God. Whew, talk about spinning in your grave. I pray God has taken all those men and wrapped them up in golden blankets and brought them into the kingdom of heaven. I really do. I really do. Because what they did was just. And what is happening today is very unjust. A lot of people getting sucker punched, randomly punched in the back of the head. Old men. Old Asian men, old white men, old Asian women. People are dying, get dead from, what do they call that? What do they call it when the black kids run up and hit people in the back of the head? They whack them. They just run up and they call it pranks. There's one guy on YouTube, he does it. And he actually had a gun on him. He hit this guy, and when the guy turned around, he showed him his gun. And then he told him, give him a hug. or some shit like that. You can look this shit up. This is real. He said it was just a joke. Now let me give you a hug, and then if you don't hug him, he has his gun on him, right? Cops went to his house. He got off. I think because a black judge let him off. Liberal judge. He didn't get any prison. Hitting people and with a gun. Had a gun on him. And said it was a prank. It's just a prank. You fucking believe that? Can you fucking believe that? Unfucking believable. Never. I'm glad I live in Texas. Good Lord. I don't understand how you other guys in other states, I don't understand how y'all are so fucking, how y'all are get pushed over, stuff like that. And then, like, even Christian, people who call themselves Christian, look, doesn't mean you have to be passive and weak. I don't think y'all understand what turning the other cheek means. I mean, you only have 2 cheeks, right? Well, you have 4, actually. And if you want to bend over and let them slap those cheeks, then something's wrong with you. Okay? Some of y'all need that Krogan Rage, man. Y'all need it. Not really. I'm not saying to, like, do nothing violent, but I'm saying, like, be a fucking man. Let your quad hang. See, there's a reason they're trying to make you weak and soft and make you feel guilty. They're doing everything they can. They're doing everything they can in the book to make you feel soft and weak, right? They're doing all of that. Whatever they can do to make you feel shame. See, that's the weapon. That's the tools of the enemy. Shame. Shame is one of them. Guilt. Okay? Envy, pride, lust. I mean, there's several of them, but the ones he's using to target the men that have been standing up for everybody else's rights, right? He's trying to turn people against them, and he's trying to shame them, make them feel guilty, but it's not working. It's not working. But it is working on some of y'all. It's working on a few people, but like I said, the pendulum's about to swing back very, very hard. And I really feel this in my spirit. And when I feel it in my spirit, I'm right. It happens. Some people are going to have to let go of certain relationships here in the near future. They're going to have to let go because some men just are not going to tolerate the shit they've been tolerating the last few decades. They're not going to have it. They're not going to have it. I guarantee it. And people have had enough. They've had enough, man. And it's a strange thing. I played this game right here, right? And it makes me realize, you know, how you have these different alien species and how they all have their own cultures, their own ways of living. And some of them get along and some don't. Some just can't live together. They just can't. They just can't do it. And there's history behind that, right? And now history's been... When the history is taught wrong, or it's taught halfway, or it's not taught correctly, then you have problems. But in this day and time, everybody walks around with the internet in their pocket. There's no excuse for ignorance. There's no excuse to not know history. There's no excuse to not know certain things. And like I said, people are fed up. And when shit hits the fan, and I say when because it will happen. It's inevitable at this point, unless certain people I don't know, man. Ask for forgiveness. See, nobody's apologized. Nobody's apologized for what they've done. And they don't feel like they have to. They don't. Matter of fact, they've been rewarded. They're being rewarded for antagonizing people, burning shit down, sucker punching people. Fuck them. Fuck them. What's the saying? What goes around comes around. I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in karma because if karma was true, then there's a lot of people who would be fucking just burned alive, just like, or like they would randomly, their car would just set on fire and they would be burned alive, like in their car and with the doors locked. And some people would just end up hitting the lotto for all the great things they did. So karma is not real, people. Good and bad things happen to both good and evil people. And nobody is free of sin. Everyone is good and evil, but some are just more than others. But there is a thing, is you reap what you sow. And a lot of people have sown some really bad things. They've contributed absolutely nothing, zero, to society. All they've done is take. They've just took. They've come to take. They've come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's it. They're doing Satan's work. They're doing the devil's work. They're doing the reaper's work. And God will have the last say-so in that matter. And as a matter of fact, yeah. It's coming soon, man. He's about to touch down. So I hope you guys are ready, man. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are saved. I hope you guys are washed by the blood of the Lamb. The sacrifice, man. Y'all need to be washed, cleansed, baptized. I was going to play this game today and make a video, but I guess God had other plans for me, and that was to relay this message, because somebody here needs to hear this message, and they need to know my perspective for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. You see, I'm just going with the flow right now, and when I say go with the flow, I'm just going with the Spirit, because we all have carried the Spirit of God inside of us, whether you know it or not. Some of us just many of y'all are dormant, have it dormant. Mine is unlocked, okay? I asked Him to unlock mine, and that's by giving my life to Him. So, when you do that, your life is no longer your own. So He can, kind of like Harbinger, you know, just assuming control. That's basically what God does to me. He's assuming control, and He will use my mouth to speak here on earth to others. And like I said, I have been the voice of reason as a human being, but when God comes down, man, boy, oof. If you ever have had the privilege to hear His voice, great. But if you haven't heard it, you will. You will. All of you one day will hear His voice. And I hope that you are already friends with Him. Because terrified. I don't know if that's even the right word to use. Terrified. I mean, there's a verse in the Bible that says every knee will bow and every tongue will confess in the end that He is Lord. I don't think y'all understand I think when most people hear that, They think it's going to be this, everybody's going to be bowing down in a nice way, and just like you know, kind of how the Muslims do in their churches when they just bow down and they're just like NPCs doing that. No, no, no. This is going to be real, authentic. People are going to be terrified by how huge God is and how loud and thunderous His voice is. They are going to be bowing down. They're going to be on their knees confessing, because they will see they are in the face of complete obliteration if they don't. I mean, they're going to be in awe, amazed. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. And I'm warning you guys right now. To all of you thieves out there that have tried to steal history and claim it as yours, and say that y'all are the tribe of Judah and blaspheme God's name, I pity you guys. I pity you guys, because the end times are already here. Like, it's here, and I don't know how long they're going to last. But you guys that are standing out there yelling at the top of your lungs that y'all are God's chosen people, there is a very, very dark place, very, very dark space for you guys. And there will be weeping and gnashing of the teeth, but yes, your existence will be annihilated. That's what's going to happen. You see this big ball of energy, like that fire right there, how it never just goes out, like the sun. Have you ever thought about that? What causes the sun? To all you atheists out there, how does the sun just keep exploding? How does it just keep doing that? Who's creating that gas? How does that star just keep burning? Or will it ever go out? You think there's no creator? There's nothing that made that? Just keeps burning. The sun just keeps burning. And to all the climate activists, hey, it's a pretty cool summer out here, actually, isn't it? It's not too damn hot, is it? Actually been pretty fresh all year. The weather's been very cool. See, you're all being lied to by so many people, and it's all coming to light. The truth is there. Everybody's starting to jump on board now. But I'm getting a little off topic. I want to speak about these specific people in general that are going into the oblivion, that will be put in a hole, a dark place for eternity. They've caused chaos, they've caused ruckus, they've just done nothing but kill, steal, and destroy. They are the sons of the Satan, as they would say. They are. And sometimes I wonder if they're even I don't know. It's hard to say, but I won't say that here. But yeah. But fuck them. You know, I hate to say it, but it's come to that. It really has. It really has. It's time to cut ties with certain people, guys, in your lives. Look, if there's people holding you back, or if there's people stopping you from getting glory in your life, and there's people that's holding back your success. What I mean by success, I don't necessarily mean financial gains. I mean becoming a great person, becoming who you were chosen to be, then you got to cut those people off. God willing, you do it. Or just stay on that sinking ship. But for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. We will. We would not deny Him. Look, guys, here in the near future, I'm going to start a new podcast. And I will give you all the information for that pretty soon. And until then, pray for you guys to have a great day. Go out there, enjoy this summer, and you know, pray for better times. Pray for better days ahead, because they might get rough. That's all I have for now. Warrior 12, I'm out. Okay. Actually, I'm not finished. I have a few more things to say. Yes. These people I'm talking about are the most degenerate, disgusting, immoral people in the world. I just went to go take a piss, and as I was taking a piss and just looking at the toilet, just thinking of, you know, looking at something so dirty, I guess it just brought them to mind again. Just, you know, the scum on the side of the toilet, it just reminded me, and it just felt like I had to it invoked it again, you know, just the thought of these immoral, disgusting, degenerate people. Good Lord, the fatigue. It's beyond fatigue, man. Been fatigued for a long time. But you know what? We gotta forgive them. We gotta forgive them because that way we can be forgiven too as well, right? We gotta forgive them so that we can be forgiven too. But that doesn't mean we have to let them abuse us and take advantage of us, because truly we don't need them. We don't need them. They have contributed nothing to society that we need at all. Okay? We don't need their entertainment, their music. We don't need it. We have our own. We have a beautiful, beautiful culture. We have beautiful, beautiful songwriters. We have invented all the fucking instruments, all of the fucking technology to produce and send out a fucking network and stream music for all you motherfuckers can hear it. Wow. We have produced all of that. All the devices in your hands, in your pockets, and you're looking at, that you've been able to use and sing and talk shit on the people that you fucking hate so much that they are the ones that have created it. Like I said, we don't need them. We don't need them. They need us. It's like a virus. A virus needs a body to host, right? Without us, they'll fucking die. This world will turn into shit. They talk about genociding us. Like the Krogan genophage. You know, Whitey dead, I can't wait. Oh, you are the minority of the world. You know what? That's because maybe we are the chosen ones. In the book of Revelations, not a lot of people God is coming to get. He's only coming to get a small amount of people. So who is the minority of the world? And right, and that same minority that you hate so much has done so much for civilization. And like I said, do we need them? What do we need these people for? They've only come to kill, seek, and destroy. That's all. Degenerate, most disgusting behavior ever. Just taking from the government welfare, taking not from the government, from us hard-working people. See, it's the middle class people that's getting fucked. See, they think they're getting a free check, right? They're getting them food stamps. The government giving it to them. No, the government not giving you shit. I'm giving you shit. I'm working my ass off so that you can fucking eat and feed all your fucking kids who are going to grow up and repeat the same cycle. Yeah, hard-working men are the ones feeding your fucking fat ass and your family. That's who's feeding you fat fuckers, and housing you, and paying for your protection. The police, who don't want to be in your fucking barrios, your neighborhoods. Yeah, and not all. It's not all, but it's too many. You see, when the majority. when the majority is the stereotype is the majority, then it's a problem, and it's not a minority of people. If it was the other way around, it'd be different. You know how everyone says, you know, oh, there's good and bad people in all races. Like you could say that about the Krogans and the Turians. Well, there's good Krogans and there's bad Krogans. And there's, just like Solarians and Turians, there's good and bad and all. But when it's the majority, when it's the majority of them that are fucked up, which it is in this case, then it really is a problem. Then it really is a problem. And I feel for the minority, the good ones. I do. I really do feel, because they're catching strays. They're catching strays right now. But you know what? Those same minority never stepped up. They never stepped up and stood up against the monster. They never did. They were cowards. Even in my situation when I was growing up, the minority never stood up for me. Several occasions they could have, and they didn't. So like I said, maybe they all feel the same way. Maybe it's in their genetics. Maybe it's in their blood. They feel that way, just like the Krogans feel about the Turians. You know how Grunt felt about how he felt so good about that story about that Turian getting ripped in half. You know, like it just made him feel good. I think that's how they feel about us. They want to see us gone, but yet they need us. It's funny. It's like cancer. Cancer destroys you, but it still needs you. It still needs a body to host. It's a bad, horrible thing, right? It doesn't love you, but it needs you. God. Sorry, but it's true. It's true. And you know it is. You know it's true. Sad but true. It's true. And it's time to leave them behind. It really is. And guess what? The glory of God has something better in store for you. He really does. It's time to say bye-bye. Stop being a snow bunny. Stop being a cuck. Stop being a panderer. Stop being a fuck boy. Stop being a fucking idiot. We don't need them. Okay? We don't need those people. They contribute nothing. What, a tap dance? A couple of good songs? Like I said, most of it you can look back. It's all music they took from the classic, from oldies, from stuff from us, from stuff from England. You go back and really research music. You go back and look at the origins of a lot of these songs and beats they use. It's all rip-offs of old classic shit. It's all, and all the melodies, from everything. It's been stolen. It's just being rehashed and used and regurgitated in their own way of ebonics and speaking. That's all it is. That's all it is. Thankful is a word that they could have used. Thank you. But that's not in their vocabulary, is it? Have you ever heard them say thank you? Have you ever heard them say, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize for that? Nope. Defiant to the very end. I'm almost finished with my rant. I don't know. This is a fire that can keep on going. It can keep on going. And I don't know why, but it needs to get out there and it needs to get to somebody's ear. It needs to hear it. And if you're a snow bunny, oh my God. Mud shark, oof. Right now's the time to repent. It is the time to repent from that behavior. Because there's about to be a new thing, trending, and it's going to be shame. Shame is going to be the new trend for people that are behaving a certain way. I'm telling you, the new generation coming up are going to be intellects. This is prophecy, by the way. The new generation coming up are going to be intellects. They're going to make fun of y'all. They're going to make fun of you cartoon characters. They're going to make fun of you people perpetrating, cosplaying, playing the roles like y'all and somebody else are trying to fit in with these people. Separate yourself. You can do better. You deserve better. Love yourself. Love yourself. You can do better. And love your people, for God's sake. They love you. Matter of fact, they will go out on a limb. They will protect you. They won't. The other people won't. They say they will. They won't. They will never feel the way your family or your people feel about you. They never will. They never will. And you are God's chosen. Just remember that. Who are the ones that spread the gospel to all four corners of the world? Who are the ones that have spread love, food, and supported others in times of need throughout the world? Who has fed these starving little kids in Africa, huh? Have they ever said thank you? No. They hate you. They hate you. Envy you. Rant over.